The sexing scan is performed after 16 weeks of pregnancy. It can be performed at any stage after that, although interestingly it gets a little bit more difficult as the baby gets bigger and bigger. So between 16 and 26 weeks, but effectively any time after 16 weeks. There's really no preparation necessary for a sexing scan. We don't need a full bladder. The mother just comes as she is. Well, we insist that every sexing scan should have a well-being element as well. So we will measure the baby's head, the width of the head, the back to front of the head, the tummy and the leg, look at the amniotic fluid and look at the way the baby is moving. We want to make sure, first and foremost, the baby's okay. And then, of course, we will learn whether it's a boy or a girl. The scan is always performed through the tummy, and the measuring part of the scan will take a minute or two. It will then depend on the cooperation of the baby. If the baby opens its legs and shows us what we need to see, it can be done in a minute or two. But more often it takes a little bit longer while we encourage and cajole the baby to get into a position where we can see the sex clearly. There are elements also, such as the mother's weight, and if she's had previous cesarean sections, that can compromise the view. So bearing that in mind, it may take longer or may need to be done at a slightly later stage of pregnancy, perhaps 18 weeks or 19 weeks rather than 16 weeks. The mother will get, in terms of material, she'll get a report showing the size of the baby and the sex of the baby, and she'll get several photographs showing the head and face usually and showing the sex. The benefit of this scan is rather variable. You'd have to ask women why they want to know the sex of their baby. Maybe because they've had particular sex of babies before, or maybe simply they want to go shopping and tell their friends what sex of baby they're having. But it's really an over and above scan for people who are curious to know the sex that their child's going to be.